Lost, William?
In many ways.
Let me guess. Love?
Yes.
Oh, yes, love. It does make life a little tricky from time to time. Mary, is it?
Do not speak of her name. It was not a mere love. It was something more, something beyond mortal existence.
Go on.
We loved with a love that was more than love. We needed nothing else but each other. If the sun lost its warmth, we would be fine. For we burn. Yes, we burn. We burn bright red with our love. And if the moon lost its light, we would be fine. For we lit our paths with our illuminating love, far stronger than more moonlight. It was hers and she was mine.
Is that so? I once had true love, but time did the terrible thing that it does and went, so that I might forget her and bury her deep within the vast pool of my memories. Thank you. I had almost forgotten my love. In return, I shall grant you an accord with the time. One more chance to fill your now empty heart with love. You will weep in pain, yet you will also laugh in bliss. Live and love, my friend. Live and love.
Keith, is that you?
In the distance was a woman with glowing skin, flowy hair, squinting her emerald eyes, alive and well. I couldn't believe it. The energy that I did not have just a few moments ago suddenly surged through my veins as my arms embraced her neck. Leah, you're safe. I thought you drowned in the desert with the plane.
Now that's silly. The plane is right over there.
She pointed at the plane, with gray clouds smoking out of it. I stared at the clouds as it formed a ring-like shape. The engagement ring, my life savings. They were all still in the plane, either burnt or alive. I couldn't take the chances. I had to go back. I need to find some things. They are very important for both of us. When I reached the plane, I looked for my seat, 95A. There it was, the chair half gone, the red spotted with black from the fire. I stretched my arms for the top cabinet and raised myself to take a look inside. Instead of luggage, my eyes met another pair of eyes. Its pupils were thinly black and unforgiving. It grabbed my arm, pulling me in. I grabbed at anything, eventually holding on to the armrest of my chair. Help! There was no one around to help me. Still, I needed to find the ring. As I was reminded of my grand plan for a proposal, I was motivated to desperately look around for anything of use, until seat 95B caught my eye. Someone was sitting on the seat. Her once glowing skin was scarred, red with dried blood. The golden hue of her hair was hidden with gray. Her most beautiful feature, emerald eyes full of life, was empty. Suddenly, the willpower left me. I was losing grip on the armrest. I let go. It'll be all right, Leah.
I skipped through some commercials and arrived at a channel that caught my eye with its bold red header. It was a news channel. Urgent news, the header read. A male anchor appeared on the screen, a picture of a burning house next to him. The header changed. Men sets lover's house on fire. The picture of the burning house then changed into a picture of a man with brown hair, green eyes, and a sharp nose. I couldn't believe my eyes. Dragging my aching body out of the bed, I crawled toward the screen. I placed my cracking lips on the man's picture. If only he could break out of the screen. Only if he could have been beside me, side by side, marveling at the snarling flames, the golden suffocation, and the ear-splitting explosions. Only if he could have been beside me, shrieking over the collapsing beams of the loving words he would always whisper in my ear. And he would be only for me to keep.
The moon was high, and the course was almost finished. Ted reached the hidden rooftop that held a great view of the moon. He wanted to confess his love to her the moment the moon shone at the rooftop in a romantic mood. They moved upstairs, and, to his calculations, the moment they reached the rooftop, moonlight shone in brightly. They sat next to each other on the tip of the rooftop, their feet dangling above the endless darkness. "I love you," Ted whispered. Elizabeth looked at him with her beautiful, loving eyes and whispered.
And I want to kill you.
Ted, who had been expecting a sweet "I love you too," was dumbfounded and looked at her to see if he was dreaming. She still had her smile on. Then, before he could react, she pushed him off the rooftop. Ted's heart began beating so fast that his world blacked out, but just before he fell, he grabbed Elizabeth's hand. They were falling for several seconds, and Ted looked straight into Elizabeth's eyes, filled with love.
Oh, you are so like my cute Jimmy.
Elizabeth exclaimed and started to laugh. What? Ted was not sure if he heard the right thing. His eye was about to be closed and his ears were not functioning. Elizabeth shouted crazily and left. Among all of that, he experienced one thing clearly. The moment before they hit the ground, she laughed out,
I love you too.
and kissed him hard. Ted could not make out whether he was laughing because of ecstasy or sorrow.
Your English teachers read through every story submission, and we have narrowed it down to 4 finalists. Thank you, everyone who submitted a creative, tragic love story. You just heard only a small piece from each of our 4 finalists. To read the entire story, check the email from the English department. We want you to vote for your favorite 2. I repeat, vote for the best 2 stories after you have actually read them in their entirety. Don't vote based on the theater club performances. The Google form to vote is also included in the same email. You have until the end of April 13th, this Thursday. Teachers and counselors are also encouraged to vote. The top 2 winners will be announced on Friday during assembly. Prizes are extra credit from their English or communications teachers, plus Starbucks. Thank you.